Let's have a look at the most important person in the Russian army, Sergei Shoygu, the Minister for the Defense. Shoygu is an unusual politician. He is the only minister who has worked in this government since the inception of modern Russia. He left his position once for 6 months for the position of the governor of the Moscow region, but then he returned right away to the position of the Minister for the Defense. He is an incredible political long-liver. What does it tell us about him? That he could make all the presidents and the prime ministers happy. He adapted for everyone and outlived them all. Shoygu started in the government of Igor Gaidar, the very one who implemented the shock therapy. He was the one who created the Ministry of Emergency Situations in its modern form. There's always been a lot of catastrophes in Russia, and there was much work to do, and Shoygu managed to get the fame of a savior. But then he made all workers of the Ministry of Emergency Situations march on the parade on May 9th with guns in their arms, which is weird for the civilian agency. Sergei Shoygu owes his first career success to Anatoly Serdyukov, the previous Minister for the Defense. His work was marked by a huge military reform. In his previous life, Serdyukov was not connected to the army. That allowed him to do whatever he wanted, and he was severely criticized by his opponents. Some of Serdyukov's reforms were sensible, like the reduction of the compulsory military service term up to 1 year. But his attitude to the army as a business institution and his notorious optimizations made the military people hate him. The victims of these optimizations were military education institutions, where traditions and professional teams have been formed for decades. Serdyukov was ready to buy foreign equipment and machinery, which was resented by local military industrial enterprises. And the common soldiers remembered him by their new uniform, which made them freeze in winter. Serdyukov lost his position in 2012 after the corruption scandal. There were no accusations to the minister himself, so he was sent to manage some scientific productions. He was replaced by Sergei Shoygu, who easily became popular. To achieve this popularity, he just had to be the savior who would rectify the situation after his predecessor. Under Shoygu's management, the soldiers got a new uniform which allowed them to survive winter. People started to get money and time. After Serdyukov, Shoygu didn't have to be a great reformer. It was enough to get all the basic things back to be considered a great military leader. But how could Shoygu climb so high? He might even be a candidate to be a leader of this country. Perhaps, the problem is that Shoygu is Tuvinian, and in Putin's look it makes him ineligible to be his rival. That's the reason why he was trusted with an army which could become dangerous for the regime under someone else's management.